Hello students, welcome back to TechoKids. We are back with Scratch programming tutorials. Today is your second class in which you are going to learn how you can create a jumping game step by step using Scratch. So let us start up the Scratch editor. In the last, here's the game. Let us hit the green flag to start the game. This sprite has to save itself from the obstacles. You can see changing obstacles are coming, and when it hits with any obstacle, then the game is stopped at a score, say 10. So this is how a jumping game works. Let us start creating it. This is Scratch platform on which we will be creating our game. I don't need this sprite, so I will just delete it. Let us take the required sprites or characters. You can take any character. Here I'm selecting Terra, along with some obstacles, such as, say, a rock. First, we will take a rock and then change this obstacle throughout the game. Let us reduce its size to, say, 50. Okay. Let us take an appropriate backdrop. You can select any of the backdrops. The one that I have selected is colorful city. Let's search for it. It's here. So that's the backdrop. Here's my character. I'll just place them properly. Okay. Now let's start coding the game. The first thing is we have to make the main character jump. Now how to do that? The point is we are going to make it go from this point to this point and then back again, right? So to achieve this, in order to make the sprite go down, up, we have to change the y coordinates. Okay? In case when you need to change the character from left to right or from right to left, then you have to deal with x coordinates. That is how positioning of a sprite is given in Scratch. So since we have to move the sprite up and down, what we will change? Only y coordinates. Let us see how we can do that. You can find this block here, change y by 10. Okay, we will make this thing to be repeated for at least 10 times, and then let us check how it goes. Okay, it's going up, but it's not coming down, right? So what I will do is, I will just say it change y by -10, right? So that it comes down. And same thing I will be repeating for at least 10 times, right? Okay, so I have taken these two blocks that says to change y by 10 for at least 10 times and then change y by -10 for at least 10 times. Now let us see how it goes. Yeah, it does work. Let us check again. This way. Yes, is it working? Right. But when this should happen, when the sprite should jump, so that control is with the player. The player may press any key. It could be up key or spacebar key. Let us say when spacebar is pressed. So I will just select this block. When space key is pressed, it should repeat 10 times to change y by 10 and then again repeat 10 times, change y by -10, right? Let us see if it works. Yes, it's perfect jump. Right. Now let's come to the second part, that is to move this obstacle. Now the point is, we have to move this obstacle from this point to this point, right? It should appear moving from here to here, right? So to do that, we will just take it here in this position. You observe here, you have got some value for x and some value for y. The xy, in order to move it from x, from this point to this point, you have to only deal with the x values. Okay, now let us see how we can do it. For this, we will go to glide, right? Now if you like this position, you may keep it here, or this seems to be perfect. Make sure you observe the coordinates here, and the same coordinates are updated in this block as well. Glide for 1 second to x 194 and y minus 134. So I will just say this block. Okay, but actually I want my stone to go from this point to this point. Right now it is at positive 194. Now I want it to go to negative 194, right? So that is the opposite end, correct? But again, we will send it to its original position, that is, go to positive 194, that is the rightmost end of the screen, and then glide to this side. Isn't it working perfectly? Now the entire thing should keep working this way. So we will just say it to do it forever. Go to control and select this block that says forever. Now this thing will keep happening this way, right? Now I want this thing should start when I hit this green flag. So I will just say this command from events. When green flag is clicked, keep doing this way, isn't it? Now towards the third part, that is when the game will get over, right? When this terra touches the stone, right? Touches the obstacle. So we will just first rename the sprite as obstacle, because we are going to have various obstacles in our game. Okay, now let us give this command that when terra touches the stone, the game should get over, or the game should stop. So to say this, we will just say wait until what? Touching. The stone should wait until touching terra, right? And if this happens, then you have to stop all. So from control, just say stop all, right? And this entire thing should start working as soon as the game starts. That is when green flag is clicked. So when you click the green flag, it should wait until touching terra, and if it waits, then stop all. Let us see if it works. We'll just hit the green flag and wait for stone touching the terra, and yes, game came to a stop, correct? Now the final thing is, we have to maintain some score, right? Over here. That is the most important part in a game. Now, to maintain a score is something, if you observe, score is something that keeps changing throughout the game. So such a thing that keeps changing is called as variable. So we will be creating a variable from here. Click on make a variable and name it as score. And just say, okay. You will just find this thing over here. Score is there on the stage now, right? Now the score should increase. When should it increase? When terra makes a perfect jump, a successful jump, say here. So just say it, that change score by 1 after the jump, right? So let us see if it works. Yes, can you see score is increasing and game stopped? Let us see if it really increases more. Now, if you see, Terra has changed its position. It's up somewhere here. That is what I don't want. My Terra or the character should be here at this position of the stage. So we will just say it to go at this position when the game starts. When green flag is clicked, it should go to, yes, at this particular point. That is minus 192 and minus 95. Okay, let us see now. Yes, so every time game starts, Terra is at that particular position. Now you can see score is increasing, but if you observe when the game starts, the score is still at 10. That is what is not correct. It should get set to 0. Now to do that, we'll just go to variables and select this block that says set score to 0. Yes. Now every time the game will start, it will set to 0. Let us see. It is increasing with every perfect jump. It stops with while encountering the obstacle, and when you hit the green flag, the score gets set to 0. Isn't it perfect? Okay, now the only thing that is remaining is we want changing obstacles, right? Now, how to get various obstacles into the game? Now, to do that, we'll just select obstacles from here and go to costumes. If you see here, we have only rocks present. Now we will just select this thing that says choose a costume. Just click over this button. Now you can get various other obstacles that you want, such as a snake, or you can take a ball as well. Say this one, and that thing should appear here. Yes. Another thing is you can also select a basketball if you find one. Yes, it is here. Another one is, let us say, there are various obstacles that you can include in your game. Now, one thing that is really important, that is snake as obstacle. So we will just select that one. It seems to be quite town. Yeah, here it is. We'll just select this one. Now you can see you have 4 different costumes for the sprite obstacle, right? Now the only thing that we have to do is we have to switch the costumes of this obstacle. Okay, now how to do that? Let us go back to code, and an obstacle we will say from looks switch costume to. Okay, we will say this one. Now instead of repeating the same thing, what we will do is, here it is taking only one value, that is snake C, but we want various other costumes as well. So we will just go to operators and you will find this block that says pick random 1 to 4. I'll just pick and drop it here. Yes. So this is what the costumes should change from 1 to 10. We don't have 10 values for costume. We have only 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you can see the numbers written in this corner. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll say it to pick any random costume from 1 to 4. So it is up to Scratch which costume to be selected. So let us start doing this. You can see costumes are changing. We are getting various obstacles in the same game. Isn't it simple? Yeah, that's all for your jumping game. We'll learn for more other games in the upcoming videos. Now you know how you can create jumping game. So we recommend you to make it a game with some more effective changes. If you want to learn more about Scratch, keep watching our videos. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.